Ladies and gents and boys and girls and all my friends, buckle up. Apparently, I was right. MrBeast allegedly made $9 million. Yes, $9 million from just $100,000 investment. Yes, not just any investment. Particularly crypto and more specifically, Super Farm. The project I've been calling out since inception, the biggest fraud. I have an entire thread on this, and everyone denied, ignored. No, fake screenshot. And yes, I'm about to dig into an investigation right now that was, well, covered by Soma XPD, and I did provide a couple of screenshots, but that was sent to me by the victims early on, which you'll see in this thread right now. So Soma just messaged me 8 hours ago. It's up, thread is up, so now I can cover. I did a video not too long ago showing some of the messages. He or she, the individual, wasn't comfortable because privacy and too early. So thought, hey, take the video, make it private, and then let me do the thread. Then you can talk about it. So here it is without wasting any time. All right. And matter of fact, like I mentioned, this was the complete investigation on Super Farm, Elio Trades, who partnered with all the other so-called LazarBeam and other people, and you'll see in a second. All right, you ready? Let's go. Let's do this. An investigation into MrBeast, how he allegedly made 10 million, not 9, 10 million, by backing low-cap IDO crypto tokens promoted by influencers like Log Davis, Crypto Banter, KSI, and others. And I know all of these names and I called them out all, okay? In the crypto field. Many of these projects are now down over 90% with some rebranding after major losses. Let's dive in. You know what's crazier? Dogpack actually reposted this and said he made 9 million just from Super Farm. So if you notice here, right? See this? This whole thing here is broken down. This is Super Farm right here. This is Super Token. You see what's happening here? 100,000 USDC. So MrBeast sent out 100K, and then you can see LazarBeam right here, which I spread. Yeah, if you look at my screenshot, you'll see exactly the same pattern. And I'm aware of every other token here: ShopX, PMON, Super VP. This is the virtual poker. Remember, I talked about Alex Becker, Elio Trades. VPP also. This was also launched on Super Starter. Let's dive in, and I don't want to stop. Let's finish it. Then I'm gonna actually give you my 2 cents on this. I've talked about this several times. I have an entire playlist. Feel free to check it out. Before I proceed, this investigation is based on the wallet currently labeled as MrBeast on Arkham Intel. Super by Super Farm DAO, now Superverse. And you can see I'm blocked for a reason. And guess what? Just for context, this is the entire thread on Super Farm. The entire thread, all right? This guy who came out with multiple projects, and you can see here, Donkey Finance, Cold Stack, and this is the Super Token, all the wallets. This is how we discovered MrBeast. Connect the dots. All right, the entire investigation on Super Farm. Just to clarify, this is a project where MrBeast made $9 million from the Super Token by investing 100K and supporting the Super Farm. He made just 9 million just from Super Farm and 1 million from the other, but just 100,000, 9 million. And guess what? This is a screenshot. It was shared by one of the victims back in 2001 in May. And I kind of shared it with Soma XPT. Yeah, I don't know why he had to. It's okay. You don't have to give me credit. That's fine. But however, this was where they can see here, LazarBeam, MrBeast, Lashland, right? And this guy, Elio Trades, here, he happened to go online by mistake live and then leaked this chat. And then you can see here, MrBeast. So we can do the 100K. And that's when I suspected something is going on behind the scene back in 2021. I called him out, and you can see the videos basically. But now, obviously, since everybody seen the pattern and yeah, I believe you, this and this. This is crazy to imagine how much he made just from Super Farm. Check this out here. Here's the proof. He invested only 100K in Super Farm DAO. In a screenshot from Elio Trades live stream, he accidentally revealed the DM conversation with MrBeast about the 100K investment. Later, this matched with MrBeast's wallet activity, where he sent 100K to a new wallet All who send funds to that wallet, like MrBeast, receive super token allocations based on their amounts. So the victims actually were right. And I'll tell you exactly what happened, okay? Just real quick for context. You see what's happening? So it's connecting the dots. Here is wallet activity on 2021-221. Received 100K USDC from the Binance US. Yep. Sent 100K USDC to the new wallet, and next day received 1 million super token. And that super token skyrocketed to $4. It 1000x something, 4000x whatever. The allocation, the price pre-IDO was 1 cent. From 1 cent, it went to $4 because, again, a bunch of all they were shilling and they were raising funds. It just launched. And I'll tell you the story in the end, okay? So you can see all the patterns here, connecting the dots. All right? Next, later that MrBeast showed his support following the Superfarm DAO on X, currently Superfarm DAO private, you can see that, right? And moved their project to the new handle, Superverse. Superfarm, Superstarter, Superverse, I don't know what, they keep rebranding just so people can forget about it. Again, on March 4th, MrBeast showed his support commenting, keeping eyes on this under here, new handle. Supporting this, keeping eyes on this under one of the Superfarm DAO's deleted tweet. You see that? Lazarbeam, MrBeast, here, Elio Trades. This guy, it's himself, is also showing eyes. They all are following. They should, you know, this is how they get you, like showing there's something coming. They will not tell you exactly for legal issues. They want to protect themselves from all sides legally. All right, that's why they don't tell you. Even if you look at Alex Becker, never tells you anything about Superfarm. You're like, they're working on something. You know, I can't tell you right now, but just that's the hype, and you can see how this whole thing works. And again, number 6, all sudden on 2021-3/30, MrBeast transferred those 1 million super tokens to the new wallet with 0.8 for gas fees. In next 24 hours, wallet dumped all 1 million super tokens in 751 trades and made 1900 ETH. 1900 ETH. On 2021, MrBeast deposited the 1900 ETH worth 3.7 million to the Binance US account for cash out. From 100,000, he cashed out just to give out what? A shout out? And you get this kind of opportunity under the table while most of the whitelist winners were defrauded. Okay, understand where this is going, okay? After this, between 2021, 5th and 8th, and 22, MrBeast's wallet received 6.9 million worth of super tokens from the vesting contract. He later sold all of those tokens on the open market, making around $5.5 million. And make from what? Superfarm, which never even has anything out there. 0 products. So what did MrBeast contribute to that Superfarm whatever that I've been talking about, that he made so much money or he was given so much allocation? He must have done something for the company, right? Because most of the people have lost everything. It's ridiculous. This guy made 9 million from $100,000, and that's just because of his following. All right? Think about it for a second. PMON. Now, again, this is other tokens, which I kind of covered in the crypto. Banter, Elio Trades, most of them, they all promoted the same stuff. If you look at the whole pattern, same tokens, connect the dots. But I'm just going to read this because it's a thread. Let's finish it off. PMON, but Polychain Monsters. Now, is another project where MrBeast made significant money. By investing just $25,000, he made $1.7 million. I'm not going to, again, explain how bad PMON was. XXPD actually covered it, right? MrBeast's wallet sent 25,000 USD from PMON, and again, explains how he made so much on PMON. ShopX, another one. Shill by Alex Becker, same people, same individuals. Collab, this is a collab pump and dump and Ponzi and a huge scam. CoffeeZilla, bro. I can't wait to see Moist Critical, Coffee, and all these MrBeast, you know, dudes, comrades, whatever you want to call them. Just, I want their 2 cents. I want to see what's their opinion. Did it change, or do they still question us, our ethics? Just curious, right? Because this is bigger than you can even imagine, okay? This is wild. So that's ShopX. Stack. Same thing with Stack. This guy, Alex Becker, talked about Cold Stack. And now they have... Unbelievable. MrBeast reportedly made 1.25 million by selling his allocation. You guys don't believe in it. They don't believe in the blockchain or anything. Or else why are they selling? And guess what? Remember this virtual poker? This was my last video. where I said how MrBeast, Elliot Trades, they partnered, and that shows not only the gambling side, but how much did he make from Virtue? Because Alex was shilling this as well. With 50k USDT and 25k USDT in return, he received 600k PPV points token. He sold 200k, and he's still holding 400k. And his bottom, he's holding. Forgot to sell. And then I still remember when Becker was just shilling once in a while. I think this is gonna still go up. Every time they, throw this out there, people buy, provide liquidity, all these dudes just sell a little by little. But Super Farm had so much of liquidity. This is disturbing. And now, watch this here. Within this, Super is down 75%. And the remaining tokens are down more than 90%. These are not MrBeast's only investments. He has invested in many other projects, most of which did not perform as expected. Additionally, he invested in XCAD, and again, those were by KSI. AOZ, shilled by same people. Banter, Kyle Chassey. And you know why Super Farm is not down 99%? Again, it's backed by those two huge so-called YouTubers, Elliot Trades and another dude. Look at this. The insiders dumped their allocations, making millions, while retail investors are left holding tokens that are down 90%. I noticed this screenshot in the recent Rosanna Pansino video exposing MrBeast. This is the shady stuff they've all done in the crypto market. If they had done this in the stock market, the SEC would be after them. Look, one of them just literally said this. It's like, hey man, they're just making fun of each other and like, hey man, if we have done this in the real life, we would deep trouble. But yeah, it's crypto, so don't worry about it. Yeah, Rebel has been calling this guy out, so who cares? Don't worry about it. Move on, right? With all this, MrBeast also showed his support for NFTs. He openly promoted VFriends from Gary Vee on Twitter and spent $1.25 million to buy them. Additionally, he has traded various NFTs. Superfarm had Elliot Trades NFTs from the beginning, and then Logan Paul came out with his NFTs. Clearly, Gary Vee, I'm loaded up on some VFriends. Can't wait to see what you do. Pumping the market right there. This is what MrBeast and his team have done in the crypto world. If you enjoyed this thread, feel free to share it with your friends, like and repost. Oh, solely with donations. Bro, I got you donation, but you didn't even give me credit, man. You didn't give me, it's okay, I get it. But ladies and gents, forget about the credit. Do you see what just happened? Or did you see what happened? I just want you to be more aware. That's about it. Have an open mind when you watch some of my videos. Because again, like I said, there's nothing to brag about this. Just made me a little sad because my first video on my crypto channel, I am not even joking, my first video was Superfarm is the biggest scam in history. That was my first video. It's still there, which has the most amount of views and stuff. Everything is like bottomed, all like dislikes. Now, go back and see how things played out. I'm not always right, but most often I am pretty much. I try my best to think, analyze before I put things out there. I told you, it's a responsibility. I don't want to call people scammer out of nowhere, but I've seen this and I played in this field, and now you can see this clearly coming up from some dude, and now Rosanna Pansino retweets and Doc Pack retweets, giving it more credibility. And now when I look at it, this Superfarm right here, this token, connected to all these people I called out like 3-4 years ago, I'm like, that's it, that's winning. That's winning. So please stay vigilant. Imagine 100,000 and 9 million. Where did the money come from? And what did he even give, like deliver? What kind of value did he put out? And now, before I forget, okay, let me tell you this. The screenshot, remember I told you, the Elliot Trades screenshot? You know where this came from? Basically, bunch of victims. And that's actually what I shared. I shared an entire 10 minutes video with Soma. I showed the whole screenshot. I read out everything. So basically, based on that, one of the individual caught this and said, hey, you know what? What Elliot Trades did? He held our money. They were whitelist winners. They were the ones who were supposed to get all these tokens. These guys, like, they were all the, small retailers. And they were like, hey, once in a lifetime, I got an opportunity to, participate in a whitelist, whatever, IDO, crypto, be early. And they paid 50,000, according to some, 50,000 allocation maximum to Elliot Trades, the so-called, IDO, they'll be early. And then Elliot Trades seen that the whole price went up significantly. He held their money for a week, so for whatever reason, and then he came up with so-called excuses. Hey, you guys tried to cheat the system. So he refunded all 70 people who actually would have been making millions from the 50,000 allocation. Elliot Trades didn't want them to be in that position. So he decided, how about I give it to my insider friends and make them rich instead. And guess what? It gets crazier than this. Elliot Trades allegedly raised money, millions, from his previous round in 2017. and defrauded a lot of investors, and they were chasing him. And there are a lot of threads on this. They're chasing him for a long time. Guess what he did? He also used this fund from the super farm round and paid off the previous investors. Isn't that Ponzi scheme? Like taking from the new one and paying the old one, and the others are now all holding bags. And out of nowhere, you have MrBeast, Lazar Beam. What did they do? They had to do something. They probably shilled this token to their subscribers and followers. And guess what? Their followers bought into this scam and lost money. Who won at the end of the day? Elliott Trades, Alex Becker, MrBeast, and a bunch of these so-called upper puppets. Ladies and gents, that's the future, basically. If you give them all the power by subscribing to the channel and all this stuff, I don't think we have any future, man. I mean, in this whole, space economy. Because when I said that when you have a voice and huge following, it's a huge responsibility. And when someone decides to abuse collectively with their own people, group of people, Kristen, we all have problems. All right, anyways, if you like what you see, thanks. I invite you to subscribe, and I'll see you in the next vid. Peace for now.